Hi there, it's Nursing Geek. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. And welcome to the Greenhouse SMP, the Stina Rose Patreon server, where this has been quite the interesting week. Yeah, a week of me doing various things, squirreling through different projects all over the place, and you can see the results of some of them here-ish. So I've kind of stitched little bits and pieces together with some voiceover here and there. And so why don't I just switch over to that rather than end up recapping what that says anyway. And then we'll come back for an outro. It all started with a journey through the Nether to get to the end portal and discovering that apparently I've got animals wandering into my tunnel. Celestial and Barbarian John very kindly helped me do some gathering of chorus fruit because I really hadn't known how to get to an island where they were available. The chorus flowers, excuse me, that's the point, because I wanted to be able to farm them. And I already had some end stone. I did manage to grab some more while I was here as well. And I want you to pay special attention to the fact that I am keeping those crosshairs away from Marvin. Away from Marvin. Learned how to use a gate to get to these various islands. Learned that, no, I did not need scaffolding to go up and get the flowers off the tops because you can shoot them off with arrows. So that was fun. Huge time saver. Once I, managed to aim. And then somehow, I don't know who I managed to annoy, but then this happened. Yeah, that didn't get me very far. And I thought I was gonna, hide out under the stairway here and maybe build some kind of shelter with the chorus flowers. That did not happen. And instead, what happened was that I got kicked out of the Zero Death Club. Oh well. Thankfully, Celestial and Barbarian John rescued my stuff, so it didn't despawn before I got back. And Keyberg invited me for a raid. My sound wasn't working, so I ducked into a space to log off and back on, see if that would work, and forgot to hit record again. I'm surrounded by shrooms. Like, lots of them. Which is good. I mean, this is their island. There should be lots of them. I was just a little surprised to find quite so many hanging around by my house. Yep, hi there. So, I managed to show the trip to find Keyboard and for the raid, or at least part of it, but then failed to actually record the raid itself, it seems. Yeah, because why would I record the interesting part instead of the boring part? Yeah. But the raid went well. I could not get into voice chat, which made it very interesting trying to coordinate, but I just ran in the same direction other people ran and shot at the same stuff people were shooting at. And managed to, help at least some, I think, and not commit friendly fire in the meantime. So I'm calling that a win. And it was fun, I have to admit. I don't think I would want to do a raid by myself. I have done a raid by myself, but I wouldn't voluntarily want to do one. Um, but yeah, but managed to not die there. I died in the end, but not there. And I did not realize that Keyboard was going to bring loot boxes. So thank you for raiding with Half Baked Productions. Is from Keyboard, because Keyboard and Uncle Jim are Half Baked Productions. And I have a couple more ominous banners now, some cookies, oak sapling, redstone dust, a saddle, and a totem of undying, which I've never had one of these before. So that's cool. That would have been useful to have in the end. Oh well. Oh, that's what I've been thinking I need. Are these? Okay, there is Unbreaking 3. Is there mending? Rock is mending. Yes. I believe I should have enough to get both of those. Because I've been doing so much with shears that we've reached the point that yes, I might as well put mending and unbreaking on those. Yep. I do indeed. And I just about have enough room for that, but I could put them right on the shears. It won't matter anyway. So, destroyer. Okay. Wes, you told me about my typo. I'm going to tell you about yours, unless this is on purpose. Destroyer. But it says destroyer there, so I think that is an error. For 20 diamonds, smite 4, knockback 2, unbreaking 3, mending, and looting 3. Wow. Yeah, that is impressive. I am definitely not ready for something of that level, I don't think. So once I'd put mending on my shears, I went and wreaked my revenge upon Marvin to mend everything back up. Yay. Okay. So, oh, and let's switch out my boots. Incidentally, let me just... I have made one improvement to this tunnel. I really do need to work on this tunnel now that I have a better understanding of the tunnel setup. I thought they were talking about making the main east tunnel go below here, so I thought I was going to have to dig down, which is why I didn't initially feel like I should start working on this right away, because if I was just going to have to redo it. But I was incorrect in that, and I should have figured, because so many people have built their tunnels out at this height already, that was not going to be a problem. So I do need to work on this soon. But the first thing is, I had so many animals wandering in here. At one point, I had a cow, a pig, and a couple of chickens. Now we're down to just one chicken. So I at least put this. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't care if they wander out into the nether proper, but I didn't want them clogging up Wes's tunnel. Would you please come back with me? Do I have any seeds on me? I do not. Come on. Anyway. So I have got this chorus fruit farm started. And now that I know you can just shoot the chorus fruit off the top, this infinity bow is not going to last very long because I'm just going to keep doing that. But I have made a good bunch of end rods. I don't think I need to make more purpur anytime soon. So that may just stay there looking as chorus fruit farms do. I also made a little farm for giant mushrooms so that I could get some more mushroom blocks. And now let's go look at why. The easternmost pillar is now gone. That was here. And I don't know if there's anybody, I should look at the document and see if there's anybody close that way that we should connect up a path. But if we do, then this is where you would start with the path, which I need to texture up a bit. But, you know, we get a, sort of basic little garden here as you're coming through the archway. And then you come to the other side. And you can see that things are starting to be a bit different. And this is what I wanted the end rods for, to make these little mushroom lamps. So that's the thing I think I want to do a little bit more of today, although I thought I had all kinds of time, and it's getting to where I have to start getting ready for work. So maybe not, because the other thing I've been working on, or did do, and I attempted to get some of it in replay mod, so if I managed, I don't know, the file said it got corrupted, so probably not. But if I managed it, I will fit the time lapse in here somewhere. Squid, you have found a new and creative way to, yeah, that's. But I made the this little lake house. So the ferry gate over there is a based on a Cortesino design. I did not follow it block by block. Probably should have, and it would look a little less lopsided. But and then this is another Sheep GG design, the lake house. I haven't decorated down here yet because I decided not to do the water wheel. That is part of the tutorial, and obviously I will link the tutorials below, or I will try to. If I did not remember to do that, please just tell me so in the comments and I will fix that. But I do want to put some decoration down here. Mostly what I end up doing here is if somebody's asks that we not sleep and I'm not, and I've been doing work up here and don't want to run down to the mine, I'll just run over here and fish for a while, which has worked out rather nicely. And this is a good spot to fish because the water is deep enough and wide enough that I do get things other than fish. And I get lots and lots and lots and lots of squid. And I do a little bit of minor mending here as well. But yeah, tons of ink here too. I will probably do some written books at some point, so it'll be good to have the ink, but at the moment, I'm just annoyed that the squid have such poor AI and keep beaching themselves. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. And now it really is just about time for work. So I think what I'm going to do, there's another squid that's about to give me another ink sac. Come on. Unless I can get him back in the water. Would you please get back in the water? Stay. Water. You like water. Stay in it. But yeah, I think I'll sign off from here for now. And I don't think this is going to be the end of the episode, so yeah, not a real sign off. You know, this may not have been a great choice for my first custom tree to be a giant jungle tree attempting to contain this. Um, maybe since if I was going to start with a giant tree, it could have or should have been a giant spruce. Because vines. Um, yeah. But we'll see. I mean, string can be used to stop vines from doing, well, this. I tried doing this in all crimson. That that was bad. That looked awful. um, this looks better to me. I'm still not sure it's quite what I want for the door going in here. I mean, on a purely, logical level, I want something here to be made of the warped and crimson stuff. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, here's the problem right now. Um, I think some of these vines are actually are any of them actually touching the equipment? That's the thing. Because what I need to do now that I have the enclosure built up to this point, some of them are coming in here, but are any of them actually touching the machine? Not yet. That one's going to. Okay. I have a string on me. Let me go get some to at least make sure that one doesn't do that. Because now I need to test the thing. Oh, and how am I for... I don't have any. I'll just see what's out here at the path. Okay. So I basically did my best to try and break the surrounding structure, which, I mean, I did make sure had enough blocks away from everything, but, then vines are things I had not accounted for starters. But we didn't even reach any of the vines. Other than over here, we got close. But it looks like this is going to work. And obviously, this stuff that's coming inside, all these branches and stuff, they are going to go, because the point is not to have it look like a tree on the inside. It's going to be a workspace on the inside. It just needs to not look like a massive eyesore on the outside. And some of the things that will be on the inside are, for example, that giant eyesore will move in here, but it won't look like that. That will be fully automated. The reason that that one was the way that it was because I had not yet obtained any crystal to make observers with. So I couldn't fully automate things, and this was not worth the time and effort putting into redstoning it. Which is why I didn't bother when I made the second one. So that's where this is at the moment. I don't have time to harvest all this stuff that I just grew now because I have to get ready for work. Because this seems to be the time I mainly end up having to put into doing stuff on here is in the first hour after I wake up, and then I need to get ready for work. So yeah, that's where this is for now, and I hope I'll be cutting back in at least once more with this looking a little more finished, at least on the outside, before calling it an episode. This has been a weird couple of weeks, let me just say that. So, which means I've been working on a bunch of little different projects here, there, and everywhere, none of which are actually done. One of the fun ones was I came into the Nether to run over to the hub and was greeted by a bunch of piglins and hoglins. The piglins were of course fine because I was wearing my nice shiny gold boots, but the hoglins were very unhappy to see me, of course. at least as unhappy as I was to see them. So you don't say. I started putting in some carpeting so that this would not be spawnable. And I ran the carpeting. It's almost done all the way down to History West, because then I realized, I mean, that's super unfair to him. I was worried about the fact that my barn animals were coming in here, not even thinking about the fact that dangerous things could be spawning in here and wandering into his tunnel. So that bumped this up the priority list. So then I started playing around with how I wanted to do the walls. And I won't have the lights quite this close together. They'll probably be 4 apart, but I wanted to test different combinations. So prismarine brick stairs with prismarine brick. This part I'm kind of set with no matter what, using the warped stairs and fences with the shroom lights, because I definitely do want to keep the whole kind of warped aesthetic, and that's why I'm mixing with the prismarine to get something a little different. But do I want the prismarine to be all the way bricks all the way through? Do I want it to be bricks followed by the regular prismarine? I'm kind of liking that because it makes a transition to the warped wood. Or just solid prismarine steps and then bricks and then blocks I'm not crazy about. This could also be interesting, having the plain prismarine steps with prismarine blocks behind it. I don't know. I'm leaning towards this combination. The prismarine stairs with prismarine blocks, then into that. So then I decided to start working on the ceiling and where I wanted the lighting there. And this is where the fun of being in a crimson forest comes in, because it's hard to tell the difference between particles that are just because you're in a crimson forest and particles that are because you have lava overhead. That's why this floor right here is now diorite slabs, because all of that got eaten by lava. Yay. So once you get out here, check for hoglins, because I am still open to the wilds at points here, like, you know, this. They shouldn't be able to come up over the wall, but they could surprise me. It looks like I may have to go up and in there to figure out where the lava is and plug it up, get rid of it, do something so that I can do more with, oh goody, the ceiling without having more lava incidents. Yeah, see, that's lava. That is not crimson particles. It will probably not be solid crimson brick blocks up here with the light, but I was playing with that, and then that's the block I had in my hand to stop the lava. So that's all that's there now, and we're not messing with it. If you have an opinion about these combos for the walls, I'm happy to hear them in the comments. Doesn't mean I will go with the majority comment, but I am interested to hear what others have to say. Yeah, more lava. Yay. But yeah, this one is the one I'm leaning towards. Anyway, let's go back to the main base and take a look at that. So I decided that I needed to reconsider my life choices around using jungle trees to build, and that this needs to go away, and I don't have anywhere for it to go. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. So I went with spruce, and I'm mixing in some dark oak here and there, just to vary it a bit. It's not going to be a huge variation, but just so that it's not completely solid, because with spruce you don't end up really doing branches. But dark oak leaves some room to do branches, and I might, if I can ever get myself enough dark oak saplings, they don't like to give me enough to replace what I've cut down. If I ever end up with enough dark oak saplings that I can just actually cut dark oak leaves, then that might be the leaf blocks that I use, or maybe I'll mix them. I don't know. This is just for literally just growing more dark oak wood and trying to get more saplings over here. This is not part of what the structure is going to be. The structure is going to be kind of contained over here. This part still works. Yes, it meets up with the leaves, but the leaves are never going to be part of the inside of the building anyway. Because it's not going to just be the center of a tree. There will be a building inside. Haven't quite decided what that's going to look like yet. So same thing over here. This pushes into the leaves, but doesn't reach the trunk. So I think this wall will be fine. And then of course this is wall behind. And this could probably even stand to come in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know what's missing here. Is it? Oh, is it these extending into blocks again? It could be. I don't know. I'll give those a chance and see if they grow. And if not, I can pull them in a bit anyway, because they don't actually have to be this far back. And then I will eventually pull down that wall. I have some stills of just how much I had gotten done with the jungle before I decided that no, this was a bad idea, just because the tutorial that gave me the inspiration used jungle. That made sense for what was being done in that tutorial. It did not make sense for this to have to deal with vines everywhere, all over everywhere, making me go up the wall. I did leave this part alone. Not sure that's how that will stay. I might use a different stripped log here, just to break it up a little bit. I don't think it will be the stripped warped, because then that would be too much of that color. So it might be the spruce or the dark oak. Or if I decide it really needs to be light, then maybe birch. So that's what's been going on there. Still haven't taken this down until I build the automated one, which I think was from Avomance, which will ultimately go inside this building. I'm not taking that down. The other thing I've been working on a bit over here is the pathway from the ferry gate. So I still haven't looked at the document to see who would be, if anybody's immediately to the east of me, that we could do a connected road. The south road will be the one to History West. So I think that's the next one I want to work on. Because he had mentioned an interest in building a connector there. So you come along the road, and everything looks kind of, foresty, but whatever. And then you come through here, and you are into La La Land with these things going along the pathway. You have some funky blocks in the pathway. The acacia is probably not going to stay there, but maybe it will. It adds its own kind of surreal flavor to the whole thing. And I haven't finished up here. I was just working on the path the other night and got about this far out. And then we interrupt this to go on another raid at Keyberg's. It was kind of a last minute thing, so running around trying to get villagers into their homes and such. No sound because, among other things, I didn't have a chance to like ask if anybody cared if I recorded, and yeah, so just trying to block them in, doing a little shooting here and there. Oh, hello, Ravager. And other guys, and Ravager, and oh, I was not trying to shoot you, Gollum. But he did help with the Ravager. And then Candy Bear finished him off. DSA Girl had brought iron blocks, so the advantage to that was that we could repair the golems, because they definitely were a huge help in dealing with all of the things, because of course it was at night, so it wasn't even just the raid, it was all of the things. It was exciting, it was chaotic, and yeah, we're just going with the continued theme of Nursing Geek doing all kinds of stuff that is out of her usual comfort zone, and then going to visit villagers and do some trading and have random things thrown at me. Because that's what they do. So yeah, life choices rethought. No longer a member of the Zero Death Club, but I have a chorus fruit farm so that I can make end rods. And we have gone from this is going to be a giant jungle tree to this is going to be a completely custom combo of spruce and dark oak, which I'm not sure how much you can really tell the spots where I kind of transition between the two. I was attempting some sort of swirly pattern. At the very least, I think it's at least not all the same tone of dark brown. Whatever, it'll need more shaping too as I go, but I am using the inspiration still from Cortesino's tutorial to let Minecraft do as much of the work as possible for me. By first growing the giant spruce trees to kind of anchor the thing, and now using the dark oaks to create some branches, but we're still not at full height, which is, I mean, we're getting there, and it's not closed off around the back yet. And then I gotta make roots and things and just make it look more enchanted weird tree-like. Still haven't decided what I'm doing about this. That has not been a priority. But anyway, that's it for now. This thing needs to come down. This at least I'm happy with. I'm going to leave those for now until I get some more in-ground lighting over here, which that's another thing I need to work on. But yeah, for now, let me just go ahead and sign off from something a little more fun to look at than that in progress. Let's go like that, yeah. And I have no room in my inventory to move anything except maybe that. Okay. There we go. That's a much nicer outro shot. So anyway, that's it for now. Bunch of stuff started and continued, nothing truly finished. But it's been a week or a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever it's been. Yeah. And yeah, until next time, I just hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.